Yo, hello, hi. I'm making this video for people and other players in the company of COG to understand that Kurtzpel is actually physically and now actually dying, as in before it wasn't dying. But now it's not going anywhere. The game seems now it's just getting rushed, and it's really not fun to play anymore. So to begin with, Kurtzpel, we're on season 6, and the game's been out for a year. The game came out on April 30th of 2019, and stuff has changed, has been added, and we got more maps, more karmas, stuff has been revamped, touched, tweaked, nerfed, buffed, all the normal stuff in video games. But the problem is that, like I said, they're just rushing content out. They're not balancing anything anymore the correct way, and seems like they just don't care at all on what they're putting out in this game or the game itself anymore. So to begin with, I would say the first mistake that Kurtzpel made, and this was like around season 1, was adding the first new karma into the game, and that would be Hammer. And at the start of the game, you can only play with 4 karmas, and that would be sword, bow, staff, and gauntlets. And those are the only 4 default karmas that are normal and not the problem. The problem is how much they've changed the game and all the balances that are not in the game. So starting off with the story of the game, it's gone. There's no more story of the game. Most of the PvP is gone. There's like 2 PvP things you can do now. They've changed like the NPCs to PNG images, so you don't really see them around anymore, and their storyline, part of the story, is gone as well. For PvP, the most important now, basically, is changed as well. Of course, there's a competitive scene within Kurtzpel. There's a leaderboard, ranks, and it's bull now as well, for the reason that it's free rank now because of the builds and the karmas. So as any game competitive, there's high ranks, low ranks, and for this game, in the competitive scene, you should be able to D-rank and rank up. But they took away the D-ranking feature in this game. Not completely, but basically enough. So in the ranks in the game, the lowest rank is E, then it goes D, C, B, A, S, and G. G is the highest rank you can get to. I'm not going to go into full details about all the ranks, but that's the highest rank you can get to. So from S to G, when you hit S, that is when you finally can start D-ranking in the game. So from when you start the game, everyone has the free chance to hit S no matter what. It doesn't matter how many times you lose, because even if you lose, you still gain points. You gain 3 points from if you lose or not. I mean, if you win, of course, you get like 15, but if you lose, you're still getting 3 points, so it doesn't matter. But yes, when you hit S, you can finally start D-ranking down. You can go back to A, but then after that, you can hit S again. For the ranking system, S is free, but more like G is free as well. And this leads me to the karma system, because all the new karmas are, again, not balanced. They're not prepared. They're rushed, and they just need to be reworked. But they won't rework them to fit the game. That's why it's just free. New players are coming on and then using them and then going up the ranks like it's nothing. When in reality, you shouldn't be that rank because you didn't work for it. You got carried to such rank, and it's a huge problem. Going to the build sections, you can now add enchantments to all your clothing and everything, as in you can put crit rate on your pants, shoes, accessories, rings, tiaras, and all this other stuff on your character. You can put crit rate, movement speed, HP recovery, max HP, etc., etc. What people are doing now is they're putting max HP on everything they have, concluding they're hitting 31k HP or 30k HP. 31 is the highest that I've seen people can get to. That is a lot of HP to take out. We have to be able to do enough damage to take all that HP out. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's just too much HP to have on one person. Including the PvP is team deathmatch, it's 2v2. Yes, you could teamwork and gang up on one person, but most of the time, it's really technically 1v1, unless, you know, you get both you and your teammate, get them separated and you get them in a combo. That's a 1v1 unless one of them drops it to go save the other teammate. But that's really it. To have all this damage, they're forcing you to pick a Slayer, even though it makes sense to have, one tank karma and then one killer karma. But it's more like the Slayer has to be one of the new karmas, not one of the old karmas, because then you have to do extra work, and you have to have these crazy builds. Otherwise, you're not really going up in the ranks, and it's making it difficult for others to play if they don't choose to deck out their whole entire set with HP to have the 30k HP, and they win, and they just think they're good when they're not. They say they're like, I got M, I got G, just like that. It wasn't hard. I'm like, well, it is hard to get G. It should be always hard to get G. This is competitive. This is ranked. You shouldn't get free high rank just like that. I know people have seen this game. It's in early access. It's still they're still working on it. No, early access or not, this game had potential at the beginning, and they just don't care anymore. They took it to the wrong step, the wrong direction, and we're going downhill from there. Older players that was been here from the start, season 0, beta, alpha. I've been here since beta, alpha, whatever you're gonna call it, season 0, all the way up till now. I have 800 plus hours in the game. That's why I feel like my input and other players' inputs were a little bit more intriguing than others, because other players that made videos or other people that made videos have either put like a couple of weeks into the game, maybe a month, or over 100 hours. That's really it. Cool, blah blah blah. You have a little bit of input, but like now we're at season 6, and you haven't been dealing with everything or growing up with the game as well. So that's why I'm making this video. But to move on, I got one of my friends in the game to explain like why. What do you think is wrong with the game? And he believes that, and also I believe that the entire player goal is like it's not really, how do I explain this? The player goal is not driven anymore. There's nothing to drive us to play this game. Also, it's pretty useless to come on to this game and play. What would be the point? What's bringing us to play this game? There's nothing as getting players to go, look, Kurtzpel, this is what they have out, I want to go play it. None of that's happening. Unless you want to come into the game and farm/rank up, that's all you can really do. You're either farming CP to upgrade your stats, or you're playing the game to hit the highest rank, which is either going to be fun or completely boring because of how you choose to play the game. Of course, this is not only him. There's other players that were saying like this game is. Most of the players on here will say this game is ass. It's not fun anymore. It's completely garbage. I got some people that say like, if you could, what would you want to be changed in Kurtzpel? Like legitimately, a lot of us would just say go back to season 0, and I'm not gonna say like season 0 was the best. Season 0 was okay. It was okay and fine. We enjoyed, and the community and everything in season 0 was tight. Okay, season 0 versus season 6. Season 0 looks a lot more better than season 6, 100%. And that sounds pretty, weird to say. Something so at the start versus now. Well, that's just how it is at the moment. Going back in the past is a lot more better than what's present in front of us, because present is so bad and it's disgusting. It's atrocious to play this game at the moment. Like I said, the story is gone. The NPCs are PNG images. Nothing's fun about it. The last balance patch. Yes, the last balance patch we got was on October 14th, and with the main stuff the players raised about to be fixed was not fixed. They fixed some other stuff, and I didn't feel like scrolling through the official Discord to find that, even though it hesitated. I just didn't feel like doing that. But it wasn't fixed what they actually fixed. The most stuff that we was like complaining about, they ignored it completely. Um, I would say this will also put out that it seems like I would say that this game altogether will maybe not make it through season 8. So like I said, we're at season 6. I would say season 7 getting near season 8 is where that'll be the crashing point of Kurtzpel, where we're going to be completely done playing it. Most of the players that have been here from like the very start will be gone, and it's really going to be off to these new players to figure out what's going on, and their input's not going to really be much for the game, even if they are listening to us. I remember when COG used to, they used to go on Twitch and stream developer updates of what was being added to the game, what was being changed, what was being fixed, and what was being taken away. And they used to do that, daily. Not like daily, but like every update that was coming, they would stream it. It would be like really crazy. We would all be all up in there. I went onto a website to see like how many people, what was the peak players of Kurtzpel, and I saw that it was 11,000 people, and it hasn't went near 11,000 people ever since. It's going down. It's going down, and it's going down fast. But yeah, they used to do some stuff, but now that that's stopped for a very long time. Everything's rushed. Nothing wants to be fixed. And it's sad. It is sad that this is the direction Kurtzpel is going. Again, this game has potential. It's just I'm guessing they're choosing not to take that potential and make it something good. They're ignoring the signs that this game could be something special. I don't know if it's the developers, the owner of the game, but they're just like, oh, no, we're done making it good. The meta is horrible. The players are horrible. People don't deserve to be at such a rank. Just in case people, are saying like we are complaining because these new players are kicking our asses because they're better or something, or because we have more experience and we should be winning and they need to be learning like we did. I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't think anyone's going to complain about like, oh, we have more experience. You shouldn't be beating us this easily. No, I believe it's the fact that they're just being carried up to a high rank that we had to work for back in the day. Like I said, they took the D-ranking thing out completely, because like before you had to work. So if you lost too many times, guess what? You lost rank and you went back down. So you had to you got either gatekeeped by other players so you couldn't rank up, or you were stuck at one rank for who knows how long, and you finally hit it and you were finally happy. But no, now it's just free. People are just hitting this rank for free. They're winning because these karmas aren't balanced. They're doing more damage to you. All this HP that shouldn't be in the game is, trumping you, and it's just like, wow. There's no skill level of, there's no skill level set anymore. I don't know what else to say. You have like, carried and then skill and then what, experience? I really don't know. But like, I'm just saying, there's no skill in the game anymore. New players get on, they destroy you. They call themselves good, they're high rank, they shouldn't be there. And all I just imagine is just if we take away the new karmas and hand them, here's the 4 default karmas, use these, and then come fight, and let's see if you can keep G. And if like either they'll learn how to play the game with that, where the game's actually balanced and everything, all this other stuff is taken away, and they can maybe stay G. But if they lose and fall off and quit the game, whose fault is that? Is it COG's fault because they took something out that's not balanced, and the little babies decided to run away because, oh, I can't get up higher anymore because I have to work for it? Oh, well then no. The Kurtzpel is turning into a children's game for new players to come on and like, do you want to be on a leaderboard because you've never been on a leaderboard in any other game? Kurtzpel is a game for you. That's just pitiful. That's pitiful and just disgusting. To me, It's hopefully other players like that should just hurt your like ego. Like, sure, a lot of people want to play a game and get better at it and appear on the leaderboard to show that they're good at the game. But if you're appearing on a leaderboard and you know you didn't work for it, what does that really show you? You don't have like you can trick yourself as saying that you have skill, but do you actually have skill in such game? That's what you should be asking the question using such materials. But you can go and say what you want to say. I won't complain that much and hurt your feelings and everything. But I will tell some people like honest question. If you ever saw me in the game and asked me like if you think you're good or something, if like I won, blah 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 blah. Like I'll give you an honest answer saying that I don't think you deserve that rank. I will say it to your face. I won't hesitate or hold back, try not to hurt your feelings. Like, if I don't think you're up there, if I don't think you deserve to be at that rank, I'm going to say I don't think you deserve to be at that rank. Probably other players would do it too. Like, we're being serious. We're trying to make this game come back to life, but it seems like no matter what we say, it's not going to happen. If y'all wanted to know like what the inside of the game looks like, the little content you have, the video playing, that's like my content, another friend's content that actually uses a little permission. That's like what we're dealing with. My content, as you can see, you can probably see like a little bit people moving around a lot. Yeah, it's moving around. But in my game, there's a couple new karmas. One of the new karmas you see is the hammer. Maybe you see the scythe, and then you see the new karma, lightning flash. Those karmas aren't balanced. And as you see me, I'm also using a new karma. I think this new karma, dual swords, came out season 3 or 4, whatever that one came out. I'm not gonna say that one's not balanced. I would say dual swords is fine at the moment. Out of all the other ones, dual swords is reasonable because it's not. I want to say it's not murdering people, because it can take you down half HP if you know what you're doing with the karma. But like all the other ones, you're gonna be stuck with them forever. Even if your teammate tries to help you, it's the fact that those karmas have their breakers stronger than all the others, or they just have better movesets completely by everything. So you'll see that to the other karmas, and they're just not interesting to me. I'm not gonna say when they got added, I was not excited. Specifically when Dual Swords first came out, I was like, oh heck yeah, I'm about to play this. I want to use my main karma, the sword, and then put the Dual Swords from the second one and be like, look at this, triple swords. I'm about to jack people up. I didn't go that direction because at first, when they first came out, there was something wrong with the Dual Swords. They fixed that in 3 days and everything, but that was past Kurtzpel. That was past Call Company. They know what they were doing in the past, but now not anymore. But yes, I didn't do it. I stuck with Double Breaker. That was me using Sword and Fist. And then Cannon came out. I was intrigued a little bit at Cannon. I didn't like how it moved a little bit, so I didn't use it either. And then when Scythe came out, Scythe is actually my favorite weapon. Like if I had Ruby Scythe, one of the Ruby characters, I would have that. But I really like the Scythe, and I wanted to play with it. But I understood that like the break power on the Scythe was crazy, and that's why I hated it, because I was just like, there's no competition if I'm using the Scythe. This is just abusing the fact that I can't get stopped by anything. Where like if someone hits me with one of the fist moves, it's supposed to break me, but I just completely knock it out with some move that shouldn't have this much power and this much break power. I just calls it as unfair. I didn't really like it. And then plus Kurtzpel wanted to get a way to get rid of infinite combos. That's why you see a little bar when you're getting hit that goes from 0 to 100 and you auto break out of it. That's what that's for. And that's what the Scythe could do. You were basically stuck with the Scythe, but the Scythe would hit you and you go so high in the air with the Scythe and you would just be stuck up in the Scythe, and you would be stuck in the air and you'd be getting jacked up with the Scythe. And what I think would also irritate me, like the fact that I feel like sometimes when people are hitting the Scythe is not hitting me, because like the Scythe has some demon in it or whatever, some like spirit inside of it, and you could like put shadows out and it also hits you, and it was just pretty annoying. The karma itself, I just didn't like it because it was irritating. You couldn't help your own teammate get out of the Scythe, because if you tried to help, you got stuck in there too. So now you're both getting hit and more damage being done. Now you're losing the game even faster. There's other karmas that I have problems with. I don't get all into them, but they all have something wrong with them, and they just need to be fixed and dealt with. But like I said, Seems like that's never going to happen, or it's just not going to happen at all. I hope that one day or any time this game gets fixed. If it gets fixed, as in they don't, slowly rebuild one karma at a time. I mean, like, leave the other ones, jacked up and just, working on it little by little. No, I suggest y'all take all the new karmas, including DS, I don't care, and take them all. Take all of them, and then cut them from the game. Take all of them. Let's go back to the 4 default karmas, and we'll figure it out from there. But take it all. Take them karmas away, and you need to retry. You can put them back in the same order if you want to, how all it came out, but they need to be fixed. And the test server that, Pacific people got, that I have, utilize the test server. I think they did, use the test server for the new karma before they released it out fully. But guess what? Now you can use that test server after you delete all the karmas from the original, server, and put them in the test server. I guarantee you a lot of us will go to the test server and test out these karmas. So when you make an update, announce it, we'll go check it out. And if we have any problems with it, report back, go back to the main server, and figure, go have fun. Go play the game. But other than that, a useless test server, bad karmas, game's going down. Give it like end of season 7, game will be clocked out, and then it's gonna be a dry land, a desert. This game will be 100%. I stream this game on Twitch, twitch.tv/SashaGun. That's what I be doing. I'm not gonna say like I'm super popular with the community or anything. People may know me from whatever, because they see me, I'm good, whatever they want to know me from. But I stream the game. I don't really care if you watch or not. I legit listen to music and make my own content, laugh my own dumbass jokes and what's going on in the game. But you should come watch. This video will be uploaded. I hope COG does something. They can either go as far as going back in the past as season 0. That would be cool. I would deal with that. I would happily go back to staff if they went like that far back of making staff slow. Staff used to be slow when you had staff. I used to run pretty slow. I would enjoy that a lot. And I do understand if they said if we did that, how many people would play and how many people would quit and everything. Honestly, I guess, but hey, what's better? People quitting the game now, or going back in the past and having more players come back? The good players that enjoyed it. But that's not my decision, because I'm not doing the coding and solving the situation of Kurtzpel. That's all up to them. The 3 main kings that gave us the information was it was Pi, Rush, and Jeff. They would come on stream and say, look, we're adding guys. Listen to what we're saying, and we would move on. But I don't know what happened to those 3. Don't know if they're alive. Supposedly they are. I see them appear on Discord randomly. But they do what they want to do. If they want to see the game go down, or they just milking people off for their money, and then gonna go, all right, closing the game down, catch up later. You shouldn't have played. All right, I made friends. We made friends. We enjoyed the little bit of content that we did have, and whatever. It's not gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt us, but not a lot. It's really gonna hurt you, because then if COG ever release another game that's like Kurtzpel, the game they have out now, but if COG releases another game like Kurtzpel, it may get attention, or we may be I'll give it a try, but I don't have any high hopes. I have no high hopes for y'all, and that would be the downfall. That would suck. But hey, this is the situation. The game, you got it. A lot has went down from season 0 to season 6. So much has went down. So much has been added. The hype was crazy. The hype was really crazy. But the beginning and the end was adding new karmas, because it just seems like it wasn't ready. The game wasn't ready for them, and it seems like they wasn't ready for it either. Either. It really does hurt, because it would make more sense to listen to the community. They're complaining about the karmas than them complaining about the karma, saying like, no, we think it's perfect, so we're leaving it just like that or something. Like, well, you're not playing the game, sir. You're just coding it. Just because you see a couple numbers and you're saying that looks alright doesn't mean it's alright. It's not good. If you come on the game, but you also can't come on the game and play for a couple of minutes and say, I think it's okay. No, you gotta be in this game for a couple of months, hours, days at that. I mean, you gotta see what's actually happening, going on. You gotta see what we're doing and the meta we're performing. But hey, if that's how they're doing it, that's how they're doing it. They don't care about our complaints. They don't care about their complaints, and there's nothing we can really do anymore but keep complaining and hope for the best. And the hope for the best thing is running out short. We're just gonna start uninstalling and then having it as a memory. So one day when kids are like, what's this game called, Kurtzpel? Oh, come here, sonny. Come sit on daddy's lap. I'm gonna show you what this game was about. But other than that, we're going downhill, guys. We're going downhill. Kurtzpel will soon die. One of the good games. Like, it was such a good game, and I was waiting for it. I remember getting that key in that stream. I was so hyped. I remember playing and meeting all these people. Oh my god, all the people I met on this game, all the craziness that happened on this game. It was so fun. It was amazing. It's addicting, and again, I couldn't tell you why I still play the game other than I guess it's hope. And it's addicting. After a certain amount of hours in the game, it's pretty hard to just drop it and walk away. Alright, it's probably the second game I have the most hours on, and almost hitting 1,000 hours. Even though I would hit 1,000 hours if my computer didn't die, but now that I have a new one, it's coming up. 1,000 is coming up. And I hope the COG comes in clutch and listens to us. They need to put their thinking cap on and put the headphones on and turn that volume up and go and look what they're complaining about, guys. We gotta start writing stuff down and sending it that way. I don't know what's going on up there, but it sucks. A lot of the top players quit as well, or retired from the game to see they'll play other games. And I hope COG's not getting discouraged because of Genshin Impact or anything, going they're taking all the heat or something. Like, hey, I play Genshin Impact too, dude. Like, I'm AR 42 right now, and I play this game still. I'm putting hours in this game. Like, I can't do both. I mean, it's not like I can't do both. Like, I'm putting a whole bunch of hours in that game, and then putting a whole bunch of hours in this game. I'm making I know there's no barely any content where I am, but still, hey, I know what I'm doing. All right, I got games to play. Okay, so hopefully that's not the reason, but they need to fix it. So my thoughts, COG, either wipe the game. No, first you either delete the game completely. You've milked us. You've done what you've done. Delete all the coding and that's it. We have Kurtzpel in our memory. Second, you go all the way back in time. We start from season 0 again. You say season 7 is not happening, but season 0, 2 zeros. We're having fun. We're going back. 3, you delete every karma in the game. Go back to season. We're going to season 7, but we only left with the 4 karmas, and you leave with everything else. Or you can do 4. Keep doing what you're doing, and and the game dies. That's the 4 things you can do right now. Fifth way, I don't know. Y'all think of a 5th way. Someone think of a 5th way. You blow up the game. I don't know. Nuke the game. Something else. But welcome to Kurtzpel. Old players, new players are for whatever reason still keeping tabs on the game, going, what the hell is going on with this game still? This is what's happening. A whole bunch of nothing. Stuff is gone. Stuff is not being fixed, and it's not balanced. Like the saying goes, there's always something wrong with Kurtzpel. There's always something with this game. I'm not saying other games got a problem, but there's always something big and huge with this game that's wrong. Twitch.tv, that's Sasha-kun. Come participate in my shitty ass stream. Thanks.